Welcome to Swing Trading Workshop. So today is the date of 2nd January 2026 and I am Kumar Ashok and I am going to share you my workshop strategy, my swing trade strategy. First of all, this is a disclaimer that I am not a SEBI registered advisor and you must consult your professional financial advisor before taking any investment decision. Well, then it's about the rules that I am following, or I am going to explain that probably it will be helpful for you as a sample how to do the investing. So first, the rule number one is that I will be mostly investing the stocks from Nifty 500 index. I'm not going to go outside of this index for a specific region. Maybe special cases, maybe there will be few exceptions. For example, let's say Aether Energy or some kind of small companies, but they are looking very much promising. Yeah, definitely we will change our direction, and but most of the cases, I want to stay safe with Nifty 500. Then in this uh, portfolio, there will be no future and option strategy, and the stocks that I'll select may or may not be my part of my personal portfolio. So that means if you think that I'm adding here means I have invested, and for that you will maybe get some conviction and start to invest there, probably you will not do the right thing. So always consult your financial advisor. Then my investment strategy will be sector based investment, meaning which sector is in rising trend and then which all stocks are the king stocks in that sector. Based upon that, I'll be uh, selecting few stocks, and then meantime if there is any wrongdoing happened, then I'll be also selling in between, and some amount of little bit of technical indicator also I'll be using to select a specific stock. But like I told, sector based investing is the strategy. And then for this year 2026, in this portfolio investment, maximum 50 lakhs I'll be investing, and target is to increase the investment by 20%, which will be 60 lakhs. So this is just a virtual number. That doesn't mean that everyone who is referring to this video must have 50 lakhs. They can have 5 lakhs, and similarly they can follow in a similar proportion like I am investing. So this is just a rough idea. And then most of the maximum amount of stocks in a portfolio will be probably 25 to 30. That means maximum investment in a stock will be probably maximum 2 lakhs. I am not going to go out of the 2 lakhs band for a safer side. Okay, so how it went today, which is on 2nd January 2026. So I invested a bit in energy stocks, finance stocks, EV battery, data center, auto and auto ancillary, insurance, crude refiners, crude oil refiners, then tourism sector, as well as a bit of stocks which has significantly corrected, but stocks are healthy stocks. So I wanted to uh, do a bit of bottom fishing. So directly now we'll jump to the stocks that I have added. So for example, this is my portfolio, which I have given a name called Swing Trades Workshop, and today I have bought around 7 lakhs, you can see. So this is just a virtual number, it's in Google Finance, anybody can do that. So here what I have done, I have bought, let's say, total 25,000 or 26,000 of Aether Energy, similarly Chalet Hotel, and these are the things. Okay, so total investment is this, and then you can, if you want to check, maybe you can pause and have a look that which all investments I have done. So here you can see how much investments I have done out of 2 lakhs. So let's say this is, that means 1/8 of the 2 lakhs I have invested. This is even for that diner. Why? Because Chalet Hotel is not part of Nifty 500. So for that, the risk probably would be very high. So I'm buying chunk by chunk. Okay, so like this, all the stocks are there, but then we'll go back to the sectors. The important part is why I choose these sectors. The first one is energy sector. Energy sector, you must be knowing that actually because of the AI revolution, huge amount of energy is anticipated by 2045, you say, because that's what our government promised that you know we're trying hard to be a developed country by 2045. So if that is going to happen, that means a huge amount of energy is required now. So energy can come from many sources, right? Recently you might have heard that we passed bill Santi bill basically for nuclear reactor because of that reason, because when huge amount of data centers on uninterrupted power is necessary, then those traditional energy methods are not going to be enough. Similarly, here I have chosen Arthur and JSW Energy because I can see technically a bit of rising trend, and this sector is in a of rising trend. It's not, it's going to be a multi-year growth. So that is why I have taken a little position there. Then comes the finance stock, where I have chosen a bit of uh, Cholamandalam Finance. If I The best stock, the king stock in finance stock is basically Sriram Finance, but it's already very much run up recently. So I'm waiting for that stock to correct a bit. At least 5% of correction is needed. Only after that it will look safer. Till that time, I'm not feeling comfortable. So that's why I took a position in Cholamandalam Finance. Now, why finance stocks are in very rising trend? The reason is, right, because of GST cut, more houses, and then interest rate cut, it's more supportive towards buying home as well as the motor vehicles, right? And further, more finance will happen. Even insurance sector also will have more finance. So all that sector basically is going to have an edge, basically a tailwind. So that is why finance stocks are going to do well, at least for another 2 quarters, till a lot of NPAs happens and some of the stocks get sick basically. Then moving to the EV battery, uh, here today I have selected two stocks, graphite and HEG, specifically for the graphite, because recently I got a news, or I was exploring about the EV battery. Looks like EV battery is quite dominated. 60 to 70% of the domination is from China, and 100% domination of graphite, some processed graphite is from China actually. So that means US is desperately looking to invest in graphite. So that means whichever current graphite refiners are there, for example, in India we have graphite and HEG, so they are going to have an edge because investment will demand all that. Okay. Similarly, HBL engine. Then moving to data center. Data center stock will go next because I have 2 3 screenshots to share. Basically, the AI and the data center stocks. Then auto, there is no much to explain because when auto sale result came out, because every month, first of every month, the result will come, right? How much sale happened every month. So there we found that except Hyundai, Hero Honda, TVS, and most of the automobile companies actually sold good amount of stocks actually, so units. So that clearly shows that basically the auto ancillary will do well. Why? Auto ancillary is basically a, what do you call it, back-end integrator, right? Without auto ancillaries, a company cannot build everything or build manufacture everything. So I felt Lomax India, PM India, USA Martin, these three are going to do well. So I took a piece of them. Then insurance company, so SBI Life and ICICI Pro Life looks in rising trend. I mean chart looks better there. And apart from that, crude refiners. So why crude refiners will do well? Because China is reducing uh, the dependency from the refining. Basically, they are moving away from the refining job. They are basically more into the jet fuel. So all the refiners, I mean, most of the refiners from China are focusing more towards jet fuel because the margin in jet fuel is currently very high. So to to fill that vacuum, Indian refiners are getting huge amount of demand. So that will help so many companies like Hindustan Petroleum, Chennai Petroleum. Chennai Petroleum is bit weak because maybe because of Venezuela, because Chennai Petroleum probably used to have some kind of import from Venezuela, and because of the Trump's step, so there is some kind of uncertainty. So Chennai Petroleum is bit weak compared to all other refineries. But yeah, Hind Petro I already booked some profit last year. So I mean last week. But IOC now I am increasing my stake a bit. Then comes tourism because you already know that this is winter, people travel more, hotels will be more in demand than and next this year actually World Cup cricket also is there, so more demand will be in hotels. So I can see three most famous hotels basically listed in our stock market are Indian Hotel, the King basically, then next comes the Lemon Hotel, Lemon Tree, and then Chalet Hotel. I took a little bit of Chalet Hotel because yeah. Then after that, Dixon and HAL. HAL is going to get a lot of projects because of the recent crisis. Basically, there was a jet crash happened during the show. So because of that, HL was corrected. Now I can see that sentiment is slowly getting faded. So probably it's time to start to allocate small portion. At the same time, diction is basically what is I corrected unnecessarily. I mean, India's multifold growth will be there in EMS sector. You know, all the tech gadgets, everything hugely will be adopted by the Indians because people are already getting tech savvy, and then diction will be the one who will be using that opportunity the most. And Kinds is there and all others are there definitely. Sirma is there, but Diction is in a very good discount. So I felt let's take small positions there. So for today, that was my trade. Now I'll share you how the data center stuff going on. See this screenshot I got it from ENIAC report. ENIAC report. Okay, you can see in the screen. I am probably reading wrong, but this is what it is. And then I can see Anantaraj, basically Lodha, they are basically focusing towards land acquisition and building, basically the physical part. Then after that, next stack will be uh, the I can say here, basically after the physical infrastructure is built, there will be data structure, electrical stuff like cable and wire, where you can see the king is Polycab, at least listed company. Then maybe KEI, Universal Cable doing well, but very risky because it's high beta stock, can fluctuate anytime, 7% down or 7% up. So be careful. And then Dynamic Cables, I somehow have listed it out. I don't like that stock, but anyway, listed it out here. Then RR Cable also. Similarly, ventilator and cooling. So basically, when the machines will be running 24 hours without any downtime, that means you need a lot of cooling mechanism. So for that, Ember, KRN, Blue Star, Volta. So these are all actually working on that area. But KRN is more dedicated. And then after that, fuel engine. So fuel engine, you can say Cummins India. Then it is Kirloskar engine. So they are also doing well. Okay, so this is incomplete actually. Artificial intelligence story is very big, but sometimes when I get time, I start to improve this kind of presentations. And in data center, the software stack will be handled by TCS and all. They will get more benefit out of it. There are even web a few other companies. But anyway, so when the time comes, I will discuss more. So that's all for today. So I hope you got some kind of useful information. If not, also please write some comments to tell me that what you are more interested at. and also obviously please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.